Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is running into this critical area of resistance based on this indicator right here, while the price is now flashing a new signal in the short term that we need to pay attention to, while Ethereum is flashing the same short-term warning signal and still running into this critical area of resistance. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin news today, because on Friday we finished the week strong with the inflows into the spot Bitcoin ETFs. Because first of all, on Monday and Tuesday, we started the week very strong with Monday and Tuesday with a $300 million inflow and a $422 million inflow respectively on Monday and Tuesday. And then we did see a bit of a slowdown during the week. On Wednesday and Thursday, we only saw a $53 million inflow and a $37 million inflow respectively. But with that being said, on Friday, we saw a net inflow of over $383 million US into the spot Bitcoin ETFs. And so this was potentially one of the main drivers behind the bullish price action that we saw on Friday, because especially towards the beginning of the week around Monday, once again, we saw a lot of bullish price action at the beginning of the week in the price of Bitcoin, and that coincided with high inflows, a lot of inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs. And then during the middle of the week, when the ETF inflows slowed down, we saw the price also slow down in momentum. But then once again, we finished the week strong with that strong inflow coinciding with strong bullish price action for Bitcoin. And so obviously, when we're seeing significant buying pressure coming in through the Bitcoin ETFs, of course, that will help out the price of Bitcoin in the bullish direction. And with that being said, taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today on the 4-day time frame, as of right now, we're still technically within the larger bullish trend, also known as the bull market. So at least for now, nothing has really changed on this chart right here over the last 1 day. And something similar can be said about this daily Bitcoin chart, because over the last 1 day, the DXY has been closed for trading. So we don't really have any new information on this chart right here. So if you want to know more about this chart, if you're new to the channel, then check out my last video here on the channel to find out more about this chart. And if we're taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart, what is now happening in the price of Bitcoin is the fact that we're running into this critical area of resistance sitting in between around 67,000 to 68,000 approximately. And obviously, this is now happening after we saw a huge bounce from this critical area of previous resistance, now acting as new support, sitting in between 63 to 64,000, once again, now acting as support. And so as I've already been saying, basically every day over this week so far, I'm still bullish on the price of Bitcoin in terms of the trend and momentum. Basically, the moment we started to break out back above around 60 to 61,000, that was the moment where I started to flip a lot more bullish again for the price of Bitcoin in terms of the trend and momentum. And obviously, ever since then, we've seen a lot more bullish price action. And so I am still bullish right now on the price of Bitcoin for the trend and momentum. But remember, a bullish trend can contain some short-term pullbacks here and there, especially around points of resistance. And so just keep that in mind. It is still normal to see the price struggle around resistance or even reject from resistance, even during a bullish trend. And so what I expect moving forward in the imminent short term, potentially over the next 1 to 2 days, honestly, we're likely going to see a bit of struggle around this area of resistance before potentially breaking out later on, continuing the bullish trends, because as of right now, once again, I'm still bullish on the trend. I'm just simply pointing out that we're likely going to see the price somewhat struggle around this area right here before we can eventually continue on with the bullish trend towards the next area of resistance, which is sitting in between around 72 to 74,000. And this resistance we're running into right now at around 67 to 68,000 is based on previous resistance and support in the price of Bitcoin, and also based on the volume profile indicator showing a massive amount of traded volume acting as resistance right at around 67 to 68,000. And if we're zooming into the 8-hour Bitcoin chart, right now the price of Bitcoin is also running into this Fibonacci level of resistance, which is the 78.6% Fibonacci level of resistance, sitting at around 67,500. And so not only do we have resistance based on previous price action, we also have resistance based on the volume profile indicator and a Fibonacci level, all coming into play at around 67 to 68,000. And so that's why I'm expecting just in the short term, the price is likely going to struggle just for a little bit around this area right here before potentially seeing a breakout later on, kind of like what we saw just here at this previous resistance. And also zooming further into the short term, looking at the 4-hour time frame, we've just now seen a new bearish divergence flash here on the 4-hour time frame, with new higher highs confirmed in the price and lower highs confirmed in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI. And so technically speaking, on the 4-hour time frame, this has been confirmed with a few red candle closes here, which means we're likely going to see either some choppy sideways price action, possibly a slight pullback, basically a bit of a cool off after all of this recent bullish price action, potentially just for the next 1 to 2 days or so as the most likely outcome. But once again, even if we see a bit of a short-term cool-off, just a bit of a break from the bullish trend, that doesn't necessarily mean the bullish trend is over. So as of right now, I'm still bullish for the trend and momentum right here. And this bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame would invalidate if we see a breakout here in the RSI forming a new higher high, because in that case, it would have to reconfirm a new bearish divergence for as long as the RSI is still sitting below this high. But if we see a further breakout in the RSI above this previous high, then in that case, that would invalidate any chance of a bearish divergence forming here on the 4-hour Bitcoin chart. And also, if the price creates a slightly new higher high, but the RSI is still sitting in lower highs, then once again, it would simply just have to reconfirm a new bearish divergence in that scenario. But while this situation is playing out right now, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any other crypto, personally, I take just about all of my trades over on Bybit. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit down below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link down below this video to make a Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is a massive lucky draw happening right now. And as of right now, you could potentially win up to $100,000 just by trading crypto using that link down below this video. And so if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out. Once again, first link below this video. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there is also Bitflex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitflex. And so I'll also make sure to leave a link to Bitflex down below this video as an alternative crypto exchange. And with that being said, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, and over the last 1 day, we saw the price of Bitcoin take out this short-term liquidity to the upside, which was mainly sitting at around 66,500, give or take. And so now that we've wiped out that liquidity to the upside, we do have a little bit more liquidity building slightly to the upside here at around 67,500, give or take. And we still have a decent amount of liquidity closer towards 62,000 and a new area of liquidity starting to build at around 62.8k to 62.9k. So just underneath 63,000 acting as liquidity. And in case you're new to this channel and you have no idea about these liquidity zones right here and what they mean, basically, usually the price of Bitcoin, not 100% of the time, but usually the price of Bitcoin moves towards where there's a lot of liquidity, especially if it's close to the price. But as always, this is just one chart among many different charts right here that we need to consider when it comes to our overall analysis. And with that being said, taking a look at Ethereum on the daily time frame, and right now the price of ETH is still playing out the bullish trend breakout, the bullish trend reversal right here from this bullish bump and run reversal pattern. And as I've been saying since the price initially broke out right here at much lower prices, we still have a technical price target at around 3.9k, which is still active right now. And so from where we are right now, as of recording this video, to that technical price target, that's still around an 11 to 12% move to the upside from where we are right now. And that technical price target to the upside would only invalidate, and this bullish breakout would only invalidate if we see a confirmed break back below the point of the breakout, which is sitting at around 3270. And considering the fact that that has not happened, we are still very much bullish right now for the trend and momentum in the price of ETH on the daily time frame. And looking at the RSI, this still has more room to the upside to go because we're not yet overbought on the daily time frame. But with that being said, if we're taking a look at the 8-hour time frame, right now the price, as of recording this video, is still sitting in between this golden pocket area of resistance, which is sitting in between around 3480 to 3520. And also, just over the last 1 day, the price recently confirmed a new higher high in place in the candle closes here in the price action, while also forming lower highs here in the 8-hour Ethereum RSI. And so this is a bearish divergence that is flashing on the chart right now. But as of right now, this bearish divergence is not yet confirmed because we still need to actually confirm the lower high in place in the RSI, which as of right now has not happened. Because obviously, if this RSI just continues to bounce to the upside right here, and if we continue above this previous high, then in that case, we have no bearish divergence at all if we have higher highs in the price alongside higher highs in the RSI. And so once again, in order to confirm this new bearish divergence that is forming, that is basically a signal that's flashing on the chart right now, in order to confirm this signal, we need to see that lower high confirm in the RSI by seeing a couple more red candle closes confirm here in the price action. And so as of right now, this is just something to pay attention to as it is potentially forming. And if it does confirm, as usual, a bearish divergence most commonly plays out in the form of either choppy sideways price action, if not a slight pullback, basically just a bit of a cool off in the short term from all of this bullish price action. But also a bearish divergence by itself is not necessarily enough to confirm a bearish trend reversal. So even if this does end up confirming, once again, we're likely just going to see a bit of a short-term cool-off and then potentially continue that bullish trend later on. And if we do see a further breakout here with candle closes back above 35.20, confirming the breakout above the golden pocket, then in that case, the next short-term resistance is sitting in between around 36.50 to 3.7k based on previous resistance in the price and this Fibonacci level acting as resistance. And once we finally see a confirmed breakout back above 3.7k, then in that case, next I'll be targeting 3.9k as this technical price target once again. And if we're taking a quick look at the price of Solana on the 8-hour time frame right now, just like Ethereum on the 8-hour time frame, the price of Solana is also potentially forming a bearish divergence with higher highs already confirmed here in the price in the candle closes and lower highs, at least for now, currently forming in the 8-hour Solana RSI. And so this is basically the same story as what I just said for Ethereum. So just rewatch that part of the video if you want to know more about this bearish divergence right here, which once again, as of right now, has not yet confirmed, but it is potentially forming. So it's something to pay attention to, but nothing to really act on, at least as of right now. And on top of this potential bearish divergence forming right now, the price is actually running into some key resistance. And already over the last one day with the price coming into contact with this resistance, we have started to struggle around this exact area on the chart as expected, sitting in between around 170 to 175. And so once again, as I've already been saying over and over again here on the channel, I'm still very bullish in terms of the trend and momentum right now. But during the bullish trend, we can see the price struggle from time to time, especially around resistance. And so potentially for the next one day or so, just in the shorter term, I still expect the price to somewhat struggle around this area on the chart that I just mentioned. And if we finally see a breakout back above 175, then in that case, the next short-term area of resistance is sitting in between around 183 to 187 based on previous resistance in the price action. And in case we were to see any sort of rejection from this area of resistance right here, then in that case, we should expect a lot of support at around 160 to 161 based on previous resistance and also previous support, now acting as new support considering we've just broken out above that level. And so that is the situation right now, and that is what I'm expecting moving forward for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Once again, we're still trending in the bullish direction on the daily time frame with bullish momentum. It's just in the imminent short term, we're somewhat struggling around key resistance, which is to be expected. And once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.